So I want to just say that I've never asked you for anything. Maybe in the future I'll be like one of those YouTubers that's like comment, subscribe, that kind of stuff. That doesn't matter to me in the short term. The only thing that matters to me is getting this item able to get re-added into the game. Why is it that if you have vendored the chain essence of Eranikus, you can't get it again? It doesn't make sense. There's other things that you are able to get again, like Nifty Stopwatch, Carrot. There's items that we have a vendor restoration for. It seems like such a basic thing. And I just want to say why it matters. The person that's been asking for this, well, there's dozens of us. Lots of people care about it. Someone else in Ticket mentioned it 8 months ago and put a ticket, never anything came out of it. GM just said can't do it. That's so lame. It's a prime example of why you're seeing an uptick in people playing RuneScape in comparison to World of Warcraft. The way that the old school RuneScape team is connected to their community, this wouldn't this would be like just an update out of the week like years ago. This is something that's been a problem for 15 years. If you go look through the Wowhead, you're going to see old comments of this 15 years ago. How is it that we are so incompetent as a community to not care about stuff like this and blame someone? Um, it's just hilarious, like people on Reddit being like, only person that cares about this, just do it on another character. Dude, this guy's done literally everything on this character. He's got Scarab Lord, um, rank one parses. Like you you just don't understand World of Warcraft if you're like, oh, just do every quest in the game, do everything on a different character. Like, no, that's not how it works. Um, I don't understand why this is not fixed. Please, if you can do anything to share this, make it known that Blizzard's incompetence is as simple as the essence of Arrankinus. Why is it that this item cannot be restored and gotten back if you've deleted it after you've completed the first quest? You need it to complete the next quest, and you can't get it if you've removed it. That is such bad game design. It's a prime example of WoW sucks. We need to get it better. So I just want to let this clip play for a minute and then we'll talk about
Rank
it.
14 is just mandatory just to join a raid now, so you can parse and speedrun. I mean, WoW wasn't meant to be played like this in 2004. Okay, but you do understand that with the old rank 14 system, it wasn't mandatory because of how hard it was. And so you can see how unintentionally Blizzard makes a change to Classic that harms the player base. And it shouldn't be a harmful thing, right? Inherently, what is the change? Make rank 14 more available to the player base. Not inherently a problem. It's not inherently bad. It's actually quote unquote, right? More people can engage in that content. So they made this change. And what is the consequence? Well, the consequence is that once you do that, you're reducing the barrier of this insanely good gear, which also means what? It becomes more of an expectation to do it if you're serious about the game. And I think that Blizzard really missed that point when they thought about this idea. Let's make BWL BIS level gear available to the public with very little friction. I could have told you this was going to happen. In fact, I did say this was going to happen when it became a problem in right away. I'm like, this is
So I could have told you it would be a problem before that because we already saw this be a problem in Psalm, right? So during the Psalm version of the game, this was the case. Rank 14 was something that was more accessible, and it was exactly the problem that we're seeing now. People in Psalm, they didn't do Molten Core because there was no reason to go for Molten Core gear when you could go for ranking gear in comparison. So yeah, um, that's just the reality of the game, and I think it's just unfortunate. I really like what Ampi had to say here as far as Blizzard thinks that they are helping and they're not helping. They're making it much worse for the player base. The expectation now is you have to have rank 14 if you're a melee character. It's funny to me, again, I'm just looking back at some of the comments from the progress video. They're like, oh, you're just mad your raid didn't figure it out first. I'm not playing Anniversary. I don't want to do rank 14, right? Like, it's keeping players away from the game. I would play Warrior. I don't want to do rank 14. My only way of getting it would be pay someone to do it. I know that's a big thing. It's hilarious how they took out GDKPs and everyone's just RMTing and paying for rank 14. So the world we live in is flawed and broken, and Blizzard just doesn't understand it. We're going to look at couple other examples where Blizzard is just missing the mark and not updating their game. And it's not surprising at all to see RuneScape gaining more and more of a player base with how connected and involved they are with their community in comparison. Players are just kind of waking up and realizing that why would I play a game like this that isn't being maintained properly? So yeah, just going to give a couple examples of that now in the upcoming. So now we're going to look at a video from Dwarflord. Shout out to Dwarflord for the content and him explaining Blizzard's incompetence. I think this is very timely to talk about this right before AQ40 coming out. And I kind of forgot about this because I never do this raid, but it's been this way for so long. Since the sod patch came out for AQ40, a bunch of the games just borked and not how it used to be, and Blizzard just doesn't care. It's hilarious to me. So there's supposed to be different mechanics that you deal with on this fight, and that's just not the case. Check out Dwarflord's video for more information. I feel like he does a pretty good job summarizing it, so I'm not going to repeat myself too much here. The point is, it's messed up, and this is a boss. This is the end of a raid. This is a basic thing. There's been many times that Blizzard just doesn't care about updating things, and it's just shocking to me.